Can't hear Rod.
Okay, here I go.
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
There you go.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Hey, welcome to the Hood Report. We're going to today. We got some very interesting to talk about. Obviously, as we've had a lot of things transpire over the last 24 hours in the NBA in particular. So we got some New York news that we're going to talk about. Okay, here I go. Can you hear me now? We're going to talk about. All right. We're going to talk about the championship, and we're going to go back through that and look at the keys to the team that wins the championship. And we're going to place our projections, and we'll give us one more opportunity to change our projections prior, if we have any predictions that differ prior to us going live with the actual championship on Thursday night. We're going to talk about some of the trade rumors that are out there, because there's a lot of different trade things that are going on in the NBA. We're going to talk about some of those, and then we're going to take in some questions from our audience. So we're going to start it off with, we're going to talk about the Knicks. The most interesting thing that happened today is the Knicks, after 20 years of not making it to the Eastern Conference Finals, they make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. On the way there, they beat the Boston Celtics, and then because they lost to Indiana Pacers, apparently, and the rumblings about how Tibbs always plays his players too much, they let him go today. So I want to throw it out to the group here and have you guys weigh in on what your thoughts are on whether you think this firing was the right thing to do, number one, and then number two is where do you think the Knicks go from here? We got a homer on the team, so we're going to allow Martin, you go first since you're the Knicks fan, and we'll take it from there.
All right. Well, this is pretty simple and plain. The Knicks fucked up. Why in the hell is we gonna get rid of this guy? I mean, come on. How we gonna get rid of this guy? And at the beginning of the year, we was not planning to go to no Eastern Conference Final and beat Boston in the playoffs. But just overall, his overall body of work with the Knicks, 4 out of 5 in the playoffs. Last 2 years, 50-game winning seasons, back-to-back 50-game winning seasons. This year, went to the Eastern Conference Final, beat the champ, beat probably the favorite to win it again, probably was Boston. Mm-hmm. We beat them. Mm-hmm. So we had a good year. For them to get rid of him, this is why bad teams stay bad. And the goddamn Knicks, they done it again. They messed up, and I just think they messed up by getting rid of this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, somebody had to go.
It was a shocker, but go ahead.
Somebody had to go.
Yeah. Somebody had to go.
Why?
What?
Somebody had to go. You can't lose. You can't lose to the team two years in a row.
Explain that. Oh, because they lost to a team 2 years in a row.
2 years in a row. You can't.
Wow.
Somebody got to go. You lost to the same team last year that you did this year. So
look, I'm gonna go Tweety. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. I'm gonna lean towards what Martin was saying, and that the Knicks done fucked up. But I'm gonna put some clarity on this. The only thing that I could think the Knicks may have been thinking is we're gonna take you back to 2003 when the Pistons fired Rick Carlisle and went and got Larry Brown. So the only thing I'm thinking is that they thinking maybe this coach is out here that just got fired from Denver is the next coming of Jesus, and they want to what's his name, Mike Malone, is that his name?
Mike Malone.
Mike Malone. Maybe they want to. Maybe they figure if they jump ship and they put another engine on the train, they might get a little further down the tracks. I don't know, but I'm just trying to make sense of it.
Where I'm gonna say is this: that was a stupid fucking move. First and foremost. I would say this, is if you had told the Knicks before the season started, in the playoffs, the second round, you're going to beat the Boston Celtics and advance to the Eastern Conference Finals, and then you'll lose there, they would have took that in a heartbeat, right? They took it in a heartbeat because there's nobody, they were such a prevailing underdog against the Celtics. Like, nobody expected to get by them, and they didn't even expect to get by the Celtics. They get by the Celtics, beat the Celtics 4-1. You get to the Eastern Conference Finals, and then you let them go because you didn't beat Indiana. Indiana, obviously, clearly, you have a better team. They have a better team, but that team has been together and has continuity together. Your team, this is their first season. So how do you throw in the towel on the coach the first season he took you to the Eastern Conference Finals, not his first season, but the first season with that new team. That doesn't make sense to me that you would do that.
Well, you
Number
ain't
two
gonna fire
thing
the
is, I would
coach.
say this. Let me finish. I would
Okay,
say
go
this
ahead.
is you fired him because of the grumblings about two things. You fired him because of the grumblings of hey, they're playing him too much. That's the excuse they're going to use is because you're playing him too much. And then you had a couple players step up and complain about playing X number of minutes. So you're going to throw it all in together. And the guys, where I think really is that Mike, to Quentin's point, I think Malone is out there, and that's what led to the move. 100% is they thought they had good in front of them. They thought they got a chance to get great on the other side. It'll be 100% clear cut. I didn't think about it until Martin, you mentioned it earlier when we talked. Mike Malone's going to be the one. Go ahead, Twitty.
Well, you ain't gonna fire. I don't know if it's the case, but I don't know if you're gonna fire the coach without asking the players. If the players still wanted him there, he still probably would be there. So
I don't think in this case. Now you eyeballing. Now you eyeballing the coach.
He was with Cat in Minnesota, and he got fired. So Cat came over to the
That's
Knicks.
because Cat was bullshitting. Fired. That's because Cat be bullshitting, don't play hard all the time. So whiny motherfuckers, you got whiny motherfuckers. A motherfucker make you play hard when you're a whiny motherfucker, then maybe so.
Yeah.
What?
No,
Cat probably ain't the right example on that one. Cat ain't been known to play hard every night.
But they made him.
They give Mike Malone. He gonna ride him like a horse because he ain't known as being a soft coach.
He's a grinder.
So if the players was on Thibodeau about his coaching style, if they didn't like that, if that was part of it, then they definitely gonna have a problem with Mike Malone because he's even tougher as a coach on his players.
I don't think it was the players. I think it was. I personally don't think it was the players. I just thought, it was some rumbles on the outside just because everybody was talking about, he played everybody too much and this and that.
Yeah.
But after one season with this team, he made the Eastern Conference Final. This doesn't make no sense at all. But like I said before, this is why bad teams stay bad, and this is why the Knicks ain't won since 1970. So,
right,
making quick dumb decisions like this is what costs you. And hey, it is what it is.
Yeah.
And what about?
It's gonna be interesting to see what happens. Go ahead.
What about Stan Gundy?
Van Gundy ain't coming back. Hell no. Van Gundy is happy over there as an assistant coach for the Clippers. For the Clippers.
Let's see.
I would tell you. I think it's gonna be Malone, but my dark horse, who I would love to see it be, I would love to see them go get a Nick and go get Mark Jackson and give Mark Jackson that job. But they blackballed him a long time ago.
Mark Jackson,
blackballed him.
He got it.
So.
Yeah. Hey, what about your boy, Martin?
He got a lifetime sentence. Sentence, Mark Jackson.
What about your boy, Pat Ewing?
Pat Ewing, no. Pat Ewing,
no. Look, they would really be stupid to get Patrick Ewing because he failed so fucking bad at Georgetown. That motherfucker, they ran him out of Georgetown.
Yeah, he didn't do good at Georgetown.
That motherfucker he like 50 games under 500.
But in his defense, some you just mentioned just a minute ago is about these weak ass crying ass players because they say he was coaching too hard, and these players these days they soft and they can't take criticism. So I really don't blame them for that. That's these players. These players just soft as hell, and you can't say nothing. You can't criticize their game, and really you try to make them better, but they soft. So they can't take it.
They want you to congratulate them and pat them on their back all the time. And don't say anything else. All right, so hey, just real quick, I think we had a couple people say Mike Malone. So is he the right guy now that they've moved on from Tibbs, or do you all see somebody else out there you think would be a good fit for the Knicks?
I think
Malone, but I see my boy. I don't know, Sam Cassell. What about Sam Cassell?
No, Sam ain't gonna get that job.
Sam, he need opportunity.
Hey, look,
I understand that. They didn't make a move like this to go out and start courting and just dibbling down.
Oh, they already know.
And,
exactly. Hey, when Mike Malone was calling the motherfucking game, he had already been talking to him and knew what was gonna happen if Tibbs didn't make it. Quentin, you're 100% right. They already knew. You didn't dip your toe in the water.
Right. he was probably talking to him at halftime and shit.
Yeah.
I mean, they probably had him up in the owner's booth at halftime talking to him and shit, talking about, look, don't even worry about it.
Like,
You got, hey, look, you got this shit. Next year, you got this. Don't even worry about it. Don't even sweat this shit out.
Right.
Hey, look.
So,
Hey, Mike, you
so.
ain't got to watch the game, Mike. You all set.
Right.
It don't matter what happened in the series.
Right.
I wouldn't doubt
Look,
it.
hey, look. You ain't gotta hate on him and shit doing it now, doing the commentating shit. You ain't gotta do all that shit. Hey, the job is yours.
Yeah. He already knew.
All right, don't be surprised if Stan Gundy.
Hey, well, I'm gonna
Van
tell you.
Gundy get that job.
Van
No,
Gundy?
I think
Don't
Van
be
Gundy
surprised.
at this
I'm telling
point. I think Van Gundy and his brother talked about not today, but he talked about it a week ago why he hadn't come back, why his brother hadn't come back, and what he said was that the modern day player was the reason why he didn't come back because they to Martin's point, they've changed. You can't grind on them. You can't really coach them. They don't want to be coached hard. That's why he decided to stay on the sidelines. And coming back in was good for him because you don't get all the pressure as an assistant as you do as a head coach. And him and Lou got a good relationship. That was the word.
When you get it offered a head coach back to the Knicks, he might take it.
Yeah, but I don't think he didn't get the offer. Mike Malone is locked in. I think Mike Malone is locked.
Yeah.
That's if you want the job.
Yeah. No, Mike Malone gonna take the motherfucker's
That's
job.
pressure.
He gonna take the motherfucker's job.
They've already had the handshake. That's why this firing is so swift and so abrupt because they already got the handshake deal going on. Exactly.
Look, they say that kind of shit in all these leagues is the worst kept secret ever. They say like motherfuckers talking about collusion and don't talk to this one. They like that's some bullshit. They say all these motherfuckers be talking. Just imagine though. You know these motherfuckers be talking. Come on. You ain't gonna take no chance. Fire him and then you don't know who you got lined up. Get the fuck out of here. That ain't happening.
Exactly.
So we can't get a black head coach?
No. If there was a losing team, the black guy would have a chance.
They ain't gonna get no black.
It's a winning team. Yes, it's a winning team. The black guy ain't got a chance.
In New York?
Nah, he ain't got a chance.
Not with no good team. No. Not with no good players and shit.
Yeah.
Nah, he can probably go to Charlotte or something.
Yeah, he go to Charlotte.
Give him a Charlotte job or something like that. You know what I'm saying? No, with a sorry ass team, but they ain't gonna get no black guy, no good coaching job like that. Not to start off with. Not to start off with.
No, you got to build it there.
He would have to build. But these days, they don't give you a chance to build.
Yeah, no, you get 2 years.
This is a prime example right here. So you don't even get a chance most of the time.
Yeah.
If you don't win that first year or two at most, it's over.
Not only that, the Knicks are probably looking at it and saying that next year we gonna have a chance to be right back in this situation. We already know Boston is out of it, so all we got Cleveland. They pretenders.
Oh, yeah, Cleveland. I ain't never said anything about them again.
Giannis may not be there, so they looking at next year. We're going to be right back here in this same situation. And is Thibodeau going to get us all the way there, or is he going to stumble again? And that's why we got to make a change right now. Because next year might be our best winner.
Hey, look, unless Giannis stay in the East, Giannis is going to stay in the East. Because that's his best chance to make it out. So Giannis go to the right team, then hey, they might be fucked anyway. You ain't beating Giannis. Not if you get with a team that got some talent on it. Right. If you go on the team. You ain't getting by Giannis. Yeah. They were talking about the Knicks maybe picking up Giannis, but they didn't have to give up too much. So we'll see what happens.
KD there. Might come to the Knicks. They want KD.
KD ain't going to the Knicks. Motherfucking Knicks.
He went to the Nets.
We're gonna hit that in a minute. We're gonna come back to KD and Giannis in a minute. So now looking at the finals. We got the finals starting on Thursday. So we all know the teams. We all know the landscape. So what I would say is this: not looking at the whole series. Let's start off with the pivotal game one. What do you, Tweety, see happening in game one?
Well, what I see, America, what I see, fellas, is OKC covering the spread 9 points. 9.5.
I like yes. I like yes. I mean, I don't know how to get that.
What?
They gonna come out
smoking. They don't call you
tweet
for nothing, motherfucker.
They gonna come out smoking.
Okay.
God.
So they gonna come out smoking, and you saying they gonna cover the spread. So we're gonna actually for the championship, we're going to track the bet. So Tweety is saying a cover.
And
OKC.
Yes,
okay.
Sir.
So that's your bet. We're gonna put these out for our viewers to be able to track and see how we're doing as far as calling the games. All right. So hey, Martin, what do you think?
I'm taking Indiana plus the points for the first game, and I'm thinking, if you're Indiana and you want to try, and you really think you got a chance to win this series, I think this is a must game for Indiana for game one.
I agree.
Because with OKC sitting out all this time, how many times have we seen this where teams sit out too long? I mean, they've been out damn near 2 weeks. With them sitting out 2 weeks and Indiana coming off a hard series, but they still had a couple of days of rest behind it, I think if I'm Indiana, game one is a must game for Indiana. I think, because not only you get that first game and you take home court, but also it's about getting your confidence up too. So I think game one is a very big game for Indiana. I think Indiana got a chance to win the game.
Okay. So you got Indiana win the game.
You got them to cover. You got them to cover.
I'm taking Indiana.
Indiana straight up.
He got them to cover. He got them to cover.
The cover.
All right, Q.
I got them to cover. No. I said cover the spread, but I'm saying don't be surprised if they come back and I win the game. That's what I'm telling you.
Right. Okay. All right, Q. What you got?
Yep. I don't agree with my cousin all the time, but I'm gonna have to piggyback off Martin. Exactly. This is their best chance to come out and smack these boys in the mouth, because they don't really know what ain't played them, and they have more. They sitting at home a lot more. OKC been sitting at home versus a team that's just coming off a hard series, like Martin said. So definitely, I'm picking them to cover. Definitely to cover. And I tell you what, that I think like y'all said, this they need to win this game. If Indiana can win this game and kind of shock them a little bit, you know what I'm saying? You play into a different tune. You know what I'm saying? Because game two they're gonna come out and they go gangbusters you game two. So game one, very important, very important. So definitely pick Indiana to cover.
Not to jump on the train, but I would say this: I've watched a lot of basketball over the years, and whenever teams have these long layoffs, they don't shoot good that first game coming back. So you can anticipate OKC is going to have a tough shooting night, so it's going to be hustle game on for them. In hustle game, they're going to try to live off turnovers. If Indiana takes care of the ball, then Indiana covers the spread easily, and I think they have an opportunity to win the game. So I'm going to get off. I'm not on the if. I'm going to say Indiana covers, because once again, I think OKC is going to be rusty. It's just a natural thing. It ain't the same playing game competition like Indiana was the last couple of days, and playing against each other in practice. It ain't the same intensity. It ain't the same level, right? The defense is different. And I would say, secondly, Indiana is the hot team right now. Between the two, I think OKC has been the best team. They're the better team, but a lot of times the hot team can beat the best team. In particular, if you're talking one night. And if Indiana, as I said in the stuff we recorded the other day, Indiana get game one, you better watch the fuck out. I'm telling you. Indiana would be dangerous because they're already confident as fuck. Their confidence there right now. Yeah. Watch out if they win the game one. That confidence is going to take off. So I'm taking Indiana. I'm taking plus the points to cover the spread and potentially have a chance in the end if they take care of the ball to win the game. We'll see if they can win it, but I think they're going to cover for sure. Anybody else?
If they do, which I like them. But they're going to have to slow down SGA just a little bit. Yeah. The motherfucker averaged 39 points against them in 2 games. Yeah. So they're going hopefully, and I know Rick Carlisle is a good coach. He's a very good coach. He's a champion.
He's going to have something. He's going to have something.
So I know he's going to have to make some adjustments, because you can't let this boy average 39 points a game. God damn.
You know going to cover him, right? Naismith. They can put Naismith on him. Naismith is tall enough. He's like 6'8", 6'9", and he's bigger than SGA. So SGA ain't gonna be able to body him down. So Naismith is gonna be a great matchup. For him. So what?
He might average 45 on him.
He might average 45. Get the fuck out of here. You know, obvious.
Now he gonna average 45. Yeah, God damn. All right, 45. Damn.
All right. Hey, now let's talk the series. So, all right. Looking at the series. So getting past game one. So we got a couple of people that think it's going to be a close game, potentially an underdog winning. Now look at the keys for the series. We went through some of these the other day, but I'm gonna ask you to hit them again for our audience because we probably got new people listening in today. So for the keys for the series, and then who are you picking for the series? Go ahead, Q. You up?
All right. The other day when we spoke, I gave my keys to the series, and I picked OK. I picked OKC. Now I want to dive a little deeper in this today. Starting with Indiana. Indiana has a chance to beat this team, and I'm gonna tell you where it all begins and ends with, and it's Haliburton. If Haliburton can come out there and match SG's swag, they have a chance to win this game. SGA is gonna come out with some shit. I done heard him talking about something. He thrives on taking you out of your game. So he been watching tape on Haliburton, and he gonna watch and he gonna make you do the things that make you uncomfortable. That's what he likes to do. But I'm telling you, even with that being said, this Indiana team is the perfect team to be playing this team right now at the perfect time. Two young teams. We ain't had two young teams like this in the finals since the 70s.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be something really nice to see. I'm going to stay with OKC, and I think the defense is going to be too much. You know, with just the amount of defense of the role players with Caruso and the center and Williams and SGA. I think the defense is going to be too much. But I'm telling you, if Haliburton can do his thing, let's look out, man.
All right. So OKC, how many games you picking it in?
I'm still gonna keep it at 7.
Okay, see it's 7. Okay, all right. Go ahead, Mark. What you got?
Okay. Okay. Yeah, hey, I hope y'all ready.
Okay.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now. Put on your motherfucking seatbelt. Hey, put on your seatbelt. I'm gonna tell you to me, the key player in this series to me is a player that has the experience in a championship, because on both teams, OKC ain't won it, Indiana ain't won it. But the key player that has won a championship, and they beat most of y'all's best point guard and all that old bullshit in Curry, is Siakam. I think Siakam is going to be very big. Look, he got the experience, but with him and with the coach, I think coach is going to be very big in this series. I'm telling you,
Absolutely.
More and more I think about it, the coach is going to be very big in this series. And
Absolutely.
we done seen what this coach has done in big games, in the finals, what he has done to some of the best players ever to play the game.
Right.
So he had that experience.
Hall of Fame coach.
Yeah, no, he is. But Siakam, I think, is very big because honestly, I think OKC is going to put old boy on Haliburton, and I think that's going to slow Haliburton down. To be honest with you, that's just my opinion. I think they're going to put Dort. Dort. I think they're going to put Dort on him to kind of push him around and stuff like that. And I think that's going to kind of that will swallow him up a little bit. But the one thing about Indiana, and this is the reason why they have a serious chance in this series, they have multiple people that can put the ball in the basket.
Right.
So between Nembhard, Neesmith, Siakam, you can just go. And I'm telling you, my little youngster from Arizona, Mathurin.
Yeah, Mathurin.
Watch out for him, because last series he didn't play good. Last series, I'm looking for him to step up. They have multiple people that can put the ball in the basket. So I'm gonna tell you right now. Is y'all seatbelt on?
We listening.
Is y'all seatbelt on?
We strapped in, baby.
We ready for a ride, baby.
I'm taking the Pacers. Let's go.
Okay.
Woo!
I'm taking the Pacers for a major upset.
Boy.
Major upset. I ain't talking about game one. I'm talking about the series. Let's go.
Okay. And you said how many games?
This series.
How many games?
This is tough right here.
You better say 7.
Indiana in 6.
Indiana in 6. Okay.
Indiana
That's
in 6.
disrespectful. You know that, right?
No, I'm just. Oh, look, OKC don't have no experience in this. This is new to them.
What?
This is
You
new to them.
forgot one. You forgot one that's not new to this.
Oh, and you better not say Caruso.
Oh, you say
If you
Caruso.
say-
Caruso got a
If you
championship.
say Caruso,
Caruso got a championship.
I'm about to get up.
Oh my God.
Caruso.
I think we got some Robert Horry
Yeah.
pedigree in this motherfucker.
Hey,
Are you serious?
Hey,
Yeah.
I know you
I'm
ain't talking
serious.
about him being disrespectful, Tweety, with your
Yeah.
gentleman sweep.
Gentlemen,
Now, that's
yeah,
disrespectful.
he has a championship, but he was only playing 1 minute a game back then.
Exactly.
So,
no.
so I don't know if you count it.
Siakam-
But he got the championship.
Yeah.
Siakam was a key
experience.
player on the championship
He was a key
team.
player. He played.
No, he
he
wasn't no
was
key player.
2-3 minutes
He
ago.
wasn't no key player. He came in
All right.
when they was up by 20 and shit.
Yeah.
No.
All right,
Go
Tweety.
ahead.
All right, Tweety, you up? What you got?
All right.
Hey, look. Oh, hold on. America, if you're watching, Bangladesh, if you're watching, anybody else, India, if you're watching, you can take your seatbelt off now because we know where this motherfucker driving to.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Tweety.
Y'all know where I'm driving. I've
This
been
is a
driving
safe
this
ride
train.
right here.
I've
Safe
been driving
ride.
this train, the bus, the automobiles, the plane, all the way to OKC.
Yeah.
And I've been driving it ever since.
What's your keys to victory? Give us some keys to victory.
My keys to victory that OKC cannot let them get the ball out the basket and go and push the ball up the court. They can't do that. They can't let them do that. The transitional, they got to
they
play
gonna do some of
great
that.
transitional defense when they score, because them boys gonna take it out the basket and they're gonna go. They're gonna try to score within 5 to 10 seconds of that shot
do.
clock.
They do.
So they need to slow them down. If they get them in the half court and put that defense on them, it's gonna be a rough night for Indiana, a rough series for Indiana.
Rough series.
So I just need them to slow them down on that transitional on that transitional offense that they got. They deadly on that. They're real deadly. So we need to slow them down, get them big boys on them, them wing defenders on them, and they're gonna be locked down. Because you're gonna put Dart on Haliburton, he ain't gonna score over 20 points.
Haliburton, motherfucker, Haliburton.
Haliburton.
Same
Yeah.
thing, Tyrese.
I agree with that.
All right.
I agree with that.
So you got OKC and what?
In 6.
And 6? He doesn't switch now.
okay.
Change to go. Okay.
Wait a minute. You said sweep now. That ain't no gentleman sweep.
No, I got him in 6.
Okay, you said gentleman sweep now. I'm just saying.
I was about
Them
hey,
boys-
I was
them
gonna
boys
say they got a
true.
different definition of a gentleman sweep in Vegas or what? Because in Arizona, that's 5 games.
No, but you know, I'm gonna respect Indiana.
Oh,
They've been playing hard. They've been balling. They've been balling.
Okay.
They've been balling. So I can't disrespect the Eastern Conference champs like that. You know what I mean?
Right. Okay.
I
So we got OKC and 6.
I got OKC in 6.
Six swings to 7, and if it's 7, I'm off the boat. I'm asking Martin if he got a little life raft or something over there. If I can paddle on over if we get to that.
All right, now let's see. Here we go.
Getting that
Here we
right.
go.
Hey, Martin, what you about to say?
Here we go.
No.
Ian already said it. Go ahead, Mark. Go ahead, Mark. You about to say something? Go ahead. Go ahead before I go.
Something after you.
Okay. All right. Here's what I'm gonna say. Go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Go.
I'm good. Because I'll be a couple seconds. Go ahead.
The only thing I was gonna say is the last time I seen a finals where nobody is giving a team a chance, when nobody's giving a team a chance, do anybody remember?
Yes.
2000.
2000. The Lakers and the Sixers.
Oh,
No.
Nobody gave them
you
the
one.
shot.
No.
Nobody gave
The Lakers versus the Pistons.
The Lakers was
Yeah.
the
Pistons.
The 2004
Yeah.
Pistons.
Did nobody give the Pistons a chance?
Oh, you know what they gave him, Martin?
And
They gave him
honestly-
a sweep.
Oh yeah.
And honestly,
Right.
the
thinking
Pistons
about
should have swept them. They should have
Yeah.
swept them. I'm just saying. So just keep that in mind about nobody picking Indiana. Keep that in
Yeah.
mind.
Well,
I like that.
I'm gonna say
Go
this.
for it, Martin.
Somebody is picking Indiana. So here's what I'm gonna give as my keys to the game. First and foremost, on the offensive and defensive side. Offensive side for Oklahoma City, defensive side for Indiana. I think one of the things you have to do is you can't let Shai come down and get comfortable in his mid-range like he did in the last series. I think Naismith is the right guy to be able to disrupt some of that. So I think that'll bode well. And then I think you have to slow down Williams. You have to slow down Williams much more than what he was running free all over the place against Minnesota. I think you have to. That's the key. Is you got to slow the two of them down. If you can, you ain't gonna stop Shai, but if you can make it more difficult, where he's not a highly efficient shooter, right? He has to be closer to 50% for his points. Then you got a good chance, and you slow down Williams. So I think that's first and foremost. And so I think the matchup of the series on that side of the ball is going to be Naismith versus Shai. I think on the other side of the ball, one of the things I tell you, if you watch OKC, one of the things that Indiana's got to stay away from is big guys overhandling the ball up top. Because what happens is the big guys get the ball and try to go down the lane, and OKC, all they do is attack that. And you saw how many times Randall and all those guys would the big guys would turn the ball over whenever they handled the ball in the last series.
Even Joker. Joker was.
Yeah, Joker was too.
Like
you can't be a big guy trying to handle it. Now I'll tell you. Now this little sneaky thing that I don't think a lot of people know, but Rod know, is what kills them or what plays good against their defense is little quick motherfuckers. So I'm gonna tell you this: watch Naismith. And you watch fucking McConnell. Watch off the bench. Watch two of them off the bench, and then I'll tell you, Haliburton has got to be aggressive. He ain't got to score all the points. He's got to be pushing the ball every time down. Fuck bullshitting. Fuck playing around. And you got to push the ball from end to end because that's going to work into their favor. If OKC can prevent them from pushing the ball and pushing the pace up, like Tweety said, I agree with that. Then advantage OKC. I think they got to push the ball, whether it be him, whether it be McConnell, whether it be Naismith, all of them got to push the ball. But watch the little quick motherfuckers. They're going to be the difference in this because little quick guys play good against against OKC defense. Big guys don't play as well against the defense because they're big guys. You got rangy guys playing defense, reaching in. It leads to a lot of steals. So I think that's going to be the key. Is going to be the bench of Indiana, McConnell, and those guys come off the bench. And Naismith, I think he's going to be able to get his shot off and have some success in the series.
And one more point I want to make to that, what you're saying, Rodney, and the way that Indiana's big guys are more effective is because Turner, specifically, can shoot from outside. When
you want him to catch Gobert,
yeah, exactly. So Gobert, he was kneel from outside. He can't do shit out there. But Turner can actually make him pay and flip the tide a little bit.
So that's one less man that can come off his man and play the lane because you got to stay on Turner. What I would tell you is, if they start doing that double triple team like they did against Minnesota, they'll be in trouble because they kick it. Indiana kick it out. Indiana will make that motherfucker. Indiana shot 54% in the last game, and they shot 45% for the series against the Knicks. Indiana will make that motherfucker, and OKC will be in trouble. So all that conversion, the lane is gonna be open because they can't come off.
Yeah, they ain't gonna
and they've been the best 3-point shooting team in the playoffs.
Yes,
they've been the best 3-point shooting team in the playoffs. So that's something to keep in mind.
They're the only team
to double team nobody.
They're the only team in the NBA that has shot over 40% in the playoffs from the 3-point line. From the 3-point line.
And they averaging more turnovers, Indiana, more turnovers than any other team in the playoffs right now. So 20% of their offense, because they're averaging like 5 to 7 turnovers, 20% of their offense per game is coming off turnovers. So they need to keep that part up too.
Yeah, you can't turn the ball over against them. You got to be 10 turnovers or less every game. But like I said, if you can't play them lanes, right, then it's going to be less turnovers because they got to stay at home. Now, motherfuckers got to guard one-on-one. So let's see, we got a couple of comments. Let me get my number of games first, and then we'll go ahead. I'm going to say, I'm going to say Indiana.
Okay, Indiana.
Indiana in 6. Indiana in 6.
What?
Indiana in 6. Indiana gonna win this motherfucker in 6. They're gonna start off. They're gonna win one of the first 2 games, and they're gonna win this motherfucker in 6.
I tell you what, they win this first game, Tweety, and
we jumping ship.
That's fine. East Coast motherfuckers. That's fine.
We got East Coast.
I'm still in the West. I'm still in the West.
Hey, it's about rolling with the hot team. It's about rolling with the hot team and the best coach.
Right.
Coaching matters.
All right, we got a couple of people jumped on. We got a couple of messages. We got Mr. Rice is saying Indiana in 7. You can book that. Mr. Rice, I think you're right now. I don't think he's joking. Rakin. Or Rakin. I don't think he's joking. I think he's right. He said the rest will give OKC the edge, but the Pacers are built to play through it. And I would agree with that. I think this Pacers team is hot. They're confident as fuck. They made it to the Eastern Conference Finals last year, so they wasn't scared of this path. That's why they kicked Cleveland's ass. So I think they're going to be good and ready to roll. And then we got my boy Storm Ease. That's our little guy that helps work on our live stream. That's saying hello. What's going on, big guy? We appreciate all your efforts, all your work. You see the design here? Man. My boy Chow, he actually does all of this. So hey, appreciate you. Hey, shout out to you and all our peeps in Bangladesh, man. We appreciate you. Right. Does a great job. Hey, and he told me earlier more special shit to come for the Hood Report. So he about to whip some shit up. So
hell yeah,
that's my dude there. All right. So anything else on this one we want to talk about? So hey, but let me last thing. If you out there and you on Fiverr and you need some help with someone helping you out with your multi-stream or to help you out with some of your overlays and those things, that's your dude. Storm Ease, he's the guy to hit up on Fiverr. He takes care of business, big time. I support him 100%, and he's doing a great job for us. All right,
look it up.
Appreciate it.
So next, we're gonna talk a little bit of free agent, not necessarily free agent, trade wins and trade rumors. And I think the most interesting one that I heard, we're gonna start with that one because the other two everybody's been kicking around for weeks. We're gonna start, especially because KD didn't make the playoffs, so you've been able to talk about him going somewhere for like a month and a half now. Yeah. But the most interesting one I heard today is that they're saying that it might be a smart move because the Celtics are going to be on the second apron as it relates to the salary cap. So they're going to have to play the multiplier on them being on the second apron is going to be probably $20 to $30 million they're going to have to pay in luxury tax for being on second apron. So they're saying with Tatum out all next year, then now's a great time for them to rework that team, take a year where they look to target the play in, get rid of Drew Holiday and trade him. They're saying trade White. And then they're saying if they have somewhere for Big Boy to go, then you want to get rid of Porzingis too. So that's what the talk is. And they're saying that you maybe look to rebuild around Tatum and Brown. So I'm going to have each one of you, my guys here, throw your GM hat on and tell me if you're in charge and the general manager of that Celtics organization, Martin, what do you do?
I'm keeping my core together. I mean, me personally, because I still think now this year they were gonna lose to the Knicks because they were down 3-1 before Tatum got hurt. So let's don't talk about that. I still think they have a championship team in there. Now they won't be able to keep everybody. But I think the key pieces, in my opinion, is going to be keeping Holiday and White. I'm keeping both of them. To me, they can deal without Porzingis. That's a person who I think that they can kind of push away if they had to get rid of somebody. But I'm keeping White and Holiday for sure. To me, those are two key players for them to keep. That is me.
Agree.
Get rid of Porzingis. But them two, I'm not losing those two. I want those two with Brown and Tatum.
Well, I had to get rid of Drew Holiday because you got
you
Derek
kidding?
White.
No.
Yes.
I would never fucking get rid of Drew Holiday.
I'll get Drew Holiday because you got everybody that can handle the ball, right?
Yeah.
Well, you have Tatum, you have Brown
that handles stopping the ball on the other side is what Drew do. Drew stops the ball on the other side. He's West Coast, so they don't know. Hey,
White can do the same thing.
He do the same thing.
Real quick shout out.
I keep both of those.
Games in says they're live or either love. They're saying love, but I think they mean live from Bangladesh. I would say, hey, welcome. Tell all your buddies to jump on. Bangladesh get love on the show because Bangladesh is giving us love.
That's right.
Because Bangladesh is giving us love as far as the views. So hey, you guys got a spot. We got much love.
Appreciate it.
Much love for you.
And then my boy Choa says, thank you very much for the shout outs. Really appreciate it. By the way, Quentin, I'm a big fan of yours. That's the only motherfucker that's a fan of Quentin's. But anyway.
No, I ain't the only fan. I got fans.
I got some other private emails motherfuckers would send me about you, but it ain't been positive like this. So I'll give it to you after the show.
Yeah,
But anyway,
no
all right.
problem, no
So Mark, you saying no go? You keep your core together.
I'm saying keep White and Holiday for sure.
Yeah.
Porzingis, I would cut ties with Porzingis because they show they can win without Porzingis, but I would most definitely keep White and Holiday because I want to run it back with them two and Brown and Tatum.
Okay. So hey,
Yep.
before we go on, I'm gonna ask our viewers. Please feel free to weigh in on what you think as far as the Boston Celtics situation. Do you shed the salary cap and hold on to Tatum and Brown and build around them? Do you keep the team together, or do you do a hybrid of that? If you're the general manager of Boston, with that, we're gonna go over to Q. You next. Q, what do you? You're the general manager. You got your hat on. What do you do?
We got to do a hybrid. We got to do we know we ain't gonna win it. We Boston and we trying to win it. We know we ain't gonna win it next year, right? So we got to keep what we can keep, trim the fat what we can trim the fat. As one of the Pistons GMs like to say to everybody, there's no fucking sacred cows, motherfucker. So if the price is right, everybody can go. You know what I'm saying? I would try to hold on to Holiday or the other guard, White, at least one of them, but everybody else is expendable. No. You know.
So question for you, Quentin, and then Mark, we're gonna go back to you real quick because I didn't ask this question. So free agents right now is Al Horford, and then what's the big guy's name again? I don't know why I forget his name. The big backup center.
Quartet.
Yeah, Cornette. So Cornette and Horford are free agents. Do you keep them as a part of your mix, Martin? And then Quentin, we go to you.
No. Cornette, no. He can go. And then who else you asked?
Big Al.
Al Horford.
Big Al.
If Al was willing to take a little pay cut, that veterans pay cut, if he want to stay in Boston, and retire in Boston, he won a championship in Boston. If he want to do that, yes. But we can't break too much bread with Al Horford. But Al Horford, but Al, no disrespect to Al Horford because Al Horford did a lot and he do a lot for the team. He does a lot of things that where the stats don't show. But I can't pay like top dollar for him. So right now, if he's not willing to don't take that veterans minimum or something like that, then I've had to cut ties with Big Al. But Al will be missed though.
All right, Q, how about you? What do you think about Big Al and Cornette?
Cornette got to go. Big Al, if you really play on like the veterans minimum, we might be able to do something with you. You know what I'm saying? But next year, we ain't winning it. So, we can be a little expendable. You might be able to find something better the year after that, So I would.
So if you come back and you got Porzingis healthy all season, which is a stretch. If you got Porzingis healthy all season, say you re-sign Al, and you got you keep Drew, you keep White, you got Brown, they don't have a chance.
You're not better than the Knicks. Okay. You're not better than the Knicks.
Huh?
You said not better than the Knicks. He said they're not better than the Knicks.
They're not better than the Knicks with that team he just hollered out.
Honestly, I think they still got. I personally think if they keep all them players, they're still in the mix. Yeah, I don't see why not.
They're still in the mix. They still
in the mix. Championship players. They ran into a team. That beat them this year. But no, I think if you got them championship players on the team, you still got a chance. Y'all talking like they ain't got a chance.
They're not beating. They're not beating the Knicks or they're not beating Indiana without the main star. I'm sorry.
I would tell you this. I would tell you this. If Porzingis is healthy, then I think they can go toe to toe with the Knicks, and it would be a good fucking series and maybe even beat them. But Porzingis got to be healthy. That's a stretch. Porzingis, that's a stretch.
When is he healthy?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's a stretch. So, all right, let's see. We got a comment here from Mr. Rice, and then we'll go to you, Tweety, next. He's saying hybrid and coach has 1 year to show in-game adjustment competency. I agree with that because he gets too locked in on just shooting fucking threes. If not, dump him and have a new coach when Tatum return. Mark Jackson, baby. There's a spot for Mark Jackson. But anyway, he ain't get it.
You ain't lying.
Mark Jackson ain't getting picked up. But go ahead.
You know what, Rice, you are absolutely right. Man, we in the playoffs watching Boston was just, it was irks you. To watch them shoot that many. Up 10, 15 points and just to sit there and keep firing away at threes was just
Blame the coach.
He used to piss us off.
But the
Blame,
thing
blame,
is,
blame the coach.
but the,
Exactly.
but the thing is though, they won a championship that way.
Yeah, they did.
And
Sure
they
did.
feel comfortable doing it. So they gonna be one of them teams where they just gonna live and die by it. And they won a championship doing it that way. I mean, I ain't saying
it worked out for you.
I'm not saying it's the right way. I'm not saying it's the right way, but they did win a championship.
Anyway,
I don't agree with it, but
Anyway.
they did win a championship that way.
You know they're the most arrogant. They're one of the most arrogant teams, and their coach is one of the most arrogant coaches. Where they gonna do what they do and say fuck everybody else, right? They don't care what nobody thinks.
Right.
So,
As a Knicks fan, I'm sure you like them shooting all them fucking
all right,
threes.
we gotta get over to Tweety.
Yeah.
Let's get over to Tweety. Go ahead, Tweety.
Well, first of all, when we got two.
Hold on, real quick. What's the most obvious thing that you could say? And that's what Tweety gonna say. Now go ahead, Tweety.
Okay, so you gonna win the championship. No,
That's true.
Who gotta go? Who gotta go?
But when you got two people making $500 million, $500 million,
Yeah, between the two, you two stars.
yeah.
They worth it.
everybody else is expendable.
Hey, you won the championship.
They ain't gonna
You're
win
right.
like that.
You're right.
My point
They ain't gonna
exactly.
win like
You're right.
that.
Yeah,
You should be able to drop. Hey,
But I would Drew Holiday. I love him. I love the brother, but he would have to go, and Porzingis would have to go.
Oh yeah, you don't know
They would have to
basketball.
go.
You talking about Drew?
Drew would have to go.
That's where Milwaukee fucked up. Martin's always said that, and he's right. That's where Milwaukee fucked up. That's one. He one of them guys you don't get rid of.
When you the owner and you got to pay out millions, you got to make tough decisions.
You win it.
That's gonna be
Hey,
a tough decision to make.
put it this way.
You got to pay all that money.
Let me tell you about somebody that's writing a check for millions. You know how much they making? Fucking billions. So they don't give a fuck about none of that. They don't get their money.
Keep them then. Keep them. Keep everybody. Run it back. See what happens.
Okay, so let's see. We got a question here. I'm gonna hit mine real quick, and then we got Rockin has a question here. We're gonna hit real quick. So real quick, I'm gonna say for mine, if I'm the GM, I keep Drew, I keep White because they are both offense and defensive players. I keep Tatum, and I keep Brown, and then I see if I can work deals out with some other guys. So if Horford, as you guys said, is less expensive, then I take Horford. If not, then I take Cornette. Cornette showed that he can play in the playoffs, and I keep him as a person came off the bench. Porzingis, you're not going to be able to move because nobody's going to take him because it's too much of a risk. So I think with that, I keep the core four, and then I look to build around them with other players and see what I can get that to help offset the team, get a couple more shooters, and hopefully get somebody that can get a low post game so you can offset some of the 3-point shooting. Although the hard-headed coach, he may not do it. So let's see. The question we have here.
I got a question. I got a question. You got one? Go ahead.
Go ahead, Mark. You hit the question. You hit it.
I got a question from Rakim Shank. I'm sorry if I messed your name up.
Same one.
Rakim Shank. He asks, who has a more promising young core for long-term dominance, OKC or Indiana?
That's actually a good fucking question.
That's a great fucking question.
I've been going last all night.
Question.
I've been going last all night, so I'm gonna go first on this one.
Go ahead.
What I would say is, I think long-term success probably. I have to say OKC because OKC behind the youth that they have now, they still got a bunch of fucking draft picks.
Yeah,
they can get younger and younger and younger. So I'd have to say, Rockin, to answer your question, I think it's got to be OKC. OKC is set up to be a team that's competing for a championship for the next almost 10 years with the core they have now. You know, you got Shai's only 26. He ain't even hit his prime yet, and the motherfucker won the MVP. And then you got Williams and Big Boy behind him. Yeah, I think it's OKC for sure.
I think it's OKC as well. I think it's OKC as well, just because of they already won the younger teams already, and then with the draft picks they still got coming in. Yeah, I think it's set up real good for OKC. So yeah, for the future. Indiana has a lot of good players right now, but they don't have the draft picks and stuff that OKC still has. Yeah. So OKC still be bringing in young players these next couple years. So
they can stay young.
I think OKC is set up very well.
Yeah,
very
OKC.
well.
OKC by far they're the youngest. They're the youngest team, so it's got to be OKC. They just
OKC has 8 number 1 draft picks between now and 2028.
I told you,
8.
The motherfuckers are set.
I mean, this is crazy. So just that alone, not even looking at the roster that they have right now, they could build a whole other team just off the fucking draft that we ain't even seeing right now.
And
So,
the thing is, OKC you got to look at too, not just the draft picks, but they actually drafted most of that team they have now. They didn't go get the motherfucker. They went and got Caruso and went and got Big Boy from New York. But everybody else, Shea and all of them, Williams, they drafted all of them. Harkenstein and Caruso are the only ones they brought in. So they actually, that's the Spurs way. That's Spurs guy was ex Spurs in their organization as an assistant general manager.
Yeah,
what I would tell you is they draft good too. So they've done what a lot of teams have a terrible time trying to do is build through the draft. Yep. They're set up to be fucking for the real deal for 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
the hardest thing for them is going to be trying to keep everybody because because they all can't because a lot of the players came in at the same time. So the hardest part is going to be for them to just keep it on everybody.
Yeah. Now the thing is because they drafted them, they had the bird rights on some of those guys. Shea's about to get his supermax next year if he waits out. Yeah. He's been there. He'll be 4 years, so he's available for a supermax. But the other guys they drafted, so you can keep them, but you got to pay that because you'll be on the second apron probably. Then you got to pay that luxury tax. So that's the thing. If to Martin's point it's tricky and a slippery slope trying to keep everybody. So really good. Great question there, Rock. We appreciate you.
Oh my God,
great question.
And to add with that, not only do they have 8 first rounds, they have 12 second round picks between now and 2029. That is just crazy.
Yeah, they stacked.
That is. Oh my God, that's crazy. Yeah, they got the whole draft.
They're set. Okay, so boiled it down. We got 5 minutes left before we jump off and give our viewers their evening back because we appreciate all of them jumping on today. And hey, tell your friends, invite them.
Appreciate it.
We went through a little rocky road with the live stream. We got shit figured out. We're gonna be on point. We won't miss another YouTube. We're going to be on every week on point. So, closing out, real quick, let's just go back around for the listeners that may have jumped on late. Championship pick and the number of games. I got the numbers written down, so nobody try any shady shit. Q, what you got? Q, we'll go to Tweety, Martin, then I'll finish up. We'll give our picks, and then we're out of here.
I'm going to take this one from my cousin and say I hope I'm wrong, but I got OKC in 7.
Okay, 7. Okay. Tweety, go ahead. We know you ain't changing.
No, I ain't changing. I ain't never changing. OKC.
The most predictable thing you say. You say OKC at 6. Okay.
Okay.
All right, Mark, you got a chance to change it up if you want to.
Okay.
Yeah, change up again.
Hey. Put that seatbelt on, baby. Indiana in 6.
Indiana 6. Hey, that's going out on a limb.
Hey. And I got one more prediction too.
What's that?
Siakam gets the MVP for the finals.
Oh shit! Okay, Siakam.
Yeah, both.
Y'all wanna weigh on the MVP or what? Martin says Siakam.
You get the SGA. He's getting the MVP and the Finals MVP for the season.
SGA
all the trophies.
I'm going SGA.
Okay.
SGA.
All right. Now here we go. The suspense always comes with what Rod gonna say, because Rod know this shit. So motherfuckers be listening in, they jump on late because they know I'm gonna close this bitch out.
Oh my God! So give us your pick.
What I'm gonna say is this: for the championship, slow down, motherfucker, relax. For the championship, I'm sticking my guns. I'm gonna tell you it's plus fucking 500 in the book. Go put some money on Indiana. Indiana comes out. I think they win game 1. If not, they split the first 2 games, but I think they're going to win game 1 because the rusty OKC team is going to be coming out there. I think they run the table, and I think they win it in 6 games. That's Indiana, and I think your MVP is going to be.
I'm waiting now. Come on now.
The most important player. He's going to average damn near a triple double. You got to give it to Tyrese. You gotta give it to. I'm going with Haliburton. I'm going Haliburton to be the MVP. I think he's gonna keep the pace where it needs to be. And I think he's gonna be throwing the ball.
Right?
Dort gonna be on that ass.
Them Dudley brothers pick the same amount of games.
Yeah, I know. It ain't because we talked about it. It's like, look, we know the game. We know the game, motherfuckers. So that's all. Don't hate the player.
Okay.
Hate the motherfucking game. They say.
No,
They're like two rocks falling instead of one. That's what it looked like to
Nah.
me.
I mean, you can take the obvious thoughtless pick, or you can go out on a limb, see some things different.
What's the obvious Carlos pick?
Man.
What
obvious
OKC.
choice. Oh, the obvious choice. OKC for sure.
OKC.
But they're a huge favorite.
They're minus
a huge favorite.
They're minus
They're one of the biggest favorites in
800.
finals history.
Hey,
Yeah,
they're minus
huge
800 for the series.
Well, that was my pick from the beginning.
Yeah,
of
it
the
is.
season.
No.
Hey.
I'm not knocking your pick. I'm not knocking nobody's pick.
Yeah, because you
I'm
looked
not
at
knocking nobody's pick.
he looked at who was the
But they
shortest
are huge
odds. He looked at who was the short. No, it wasn't from the beginning of the season. No, he picked the Lakers, and when the Lakers got their ass kicked. When the Lakers got their ass kicked, then he picked OKC.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
okay.
Yes.
Hey, we got some last couple shout outs. We got Bangladesh loves the Hood Report. They say they're a Quentin fan. Game Zen says that. So congrats, Q. And then my
Thank
boy
you, guys.
Check.
Appreciate you.
Storm East closes it out and says Bangladesh loves the Hood Report crew. Hey, and we love Bangladesh too. Keep watching.
That's right.
Keep
that's
telling your
right.
friends, hey, we got our hood gear coming out soon, and we're releasing very soon a Bangladesh shirt that's going to be the In Your Hood shirt. You'll be seeing the shit starting next week. We'll be rocking that shit every week. You'll see us with some different hood gear on. Store opens in about 3 weeks. We'll keep you posted. Hey, we love you. Peace out. And Tweety, what do we tell them every time?
Like and subscribe.
Hey, we love you.
Damn.
Peace out, baby.
Get it
Hey,
in.
what up, though, Detroit? We here. We in here. This shit gonna keep getting better and better. Let's go.
Always.
Bangladesh, what up, though?
That's right, baby. What up, though?
Bangkok.